Yo, good morning, everybody. It's Unc. Appreciate y'all tapping in with me today. I know it's bright and early. Got a couple decent releases that we'll talk about in the next couple of days. First off, the SB Dunk Reserve yesterday. Hope everybody had a chance. It was pretty slim, pretty meager pickings to go around. The wild card seemed to be a good amount of success. I think I saw a lot of dubs for that. Kind of, I don't know, it was a weird kind of release. Like I saw a lot of people asking about it, but I don't know. In some hands, the demand didn't really seem to be there. I don't know. It's kind of like a love-hate kind of shoe, but I was glad to see a lot of people actually that wanted it able to get their hands on the pair. Actually, and unfortunately after that, there really wasn't much to go around. There was just slim pickings on everything else. I think the City of Loves had decent stock, and that's about it. But yeah, everything else was pretty much a hope and a prayer to get a W on that. I did end up going for a tight booth. I was hoping to get my hands on a pair of those to get that pair back in the rotation, but didn't go in my favor. Only 1,800 pairs out there, so it is what it is. No big deal. But let's talk about the next couple of days. We got some decent shoes loading up, and particularly for my old heads. I think my old heads are gonna like this week. So definitely the people from my generation that actually saw Michael Jordan play might appreciate what's going on. First up, real quick, we got the Undefeated Huarache, the light Menta pair loaded up on the SNKRS app for a release today. Not a lot of pairs. There's only 7,500 currently in inventory, ready to go. These dropped an Undefeated site last week. They're still kind of sitting there in a lot of sizes, if not all. But Nike got free returns. So if you were waiting out your chance, this is it. I don't think this is going to be a hard one to hit, even though there is meager stock. Doesn't really seem to be a lot of demand behind this pair. So go for that, 10 o'clock today if you're into it. And then again tomorrow, we got the Foamies. The Foamposites are back, the eggplant for the first time in a long time. The purple pair, from what I've seen on in-hands, the purple looks a lot darker than you're seeing in the official images. So take that into consideration. But they drop on the SNKRS app tomorrow at 10 a.m. and there's not a lot to go around. There is just shy of 10,000 pairs. I think it's like 99.80 or something like that I saw. Just shy of 10,000 pairs to go around, and there's a fair amount of people asking about them because Foamposite's one of those shoes that have a cult-like following. If you're into foams, you're into foams. And where I live in DC and the DMV, people go hard and pay for some foams. So good luck if you're going for them. There's a good deal of Shopify sites that have actually been dropping them randomly throughout the course of the past 2 weeks, maybe even more. Check out the release calendar down below in the description for site supply. We'll have everything that we can for more releases. Definitely stay tuned to your monitors and watch what's going on Twitter. If you can't hit the Nike drop, hopefully there'll be some other stores that are dropping these throughout the course of the next couple of days. So good luck on the foams if you're going for them. Like I said, not a whole lot of pairs on Nike. After that, on the 29th, Yeezys are back. Yeezys are back, and Yeezys are back, and Adidas is desperate. So we got these 350s, this gray pair. The V2 350 pair is kind of, whatever. This monochromatic look that seems to have taken over the Yeezys 350s anyway, at least in the last couple of years. We had the all white pair, the all black pair. I think there's been a couple different variations of this gray. I think it was like a taupe beige kind of color one. So honestly, the colorway doesn't really do anything for me, but they are loaded up for the confirmed app to drop Friday the 29th. They're up there if you want, but do be mindful. Adidas instituted something new. It's a pre-auth, so they are going to charge your card as soon as you enter the raffle. If you win, the charge will stay there. If you lose, they're saying it could take up to 2 weeks. I know I got a little hot about this at first, had a hot take, but in hindsight, it's kind of whatever. Like a lot of shops do this already, particularly your boutiques and Shopify. Some EQLs do it. A lot of EQL sites do it actually, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. They actually started it during the Edison Chen collab a week or two ago, and that kind of flew under the radar, but it's not that big of a deal. I will say this. Don't go for it if you don't want it. They're not doing any returns anymore on Yeezys. They're just trying to dump whatever inventory they possibly can. They did say in their press release about a week ago that they're getting rid of the remaining inventory of Yeezys. So these next couple of weeks are probably going to be the last run that we see possibly ever. I've said for a long time, don't be a bit surprised you start seeing 2024 production tags on shoes. Especially that rumor heated up when we saw Adidas CEO Bjorn Golden and Ye at the Super Bowl a couple weeks ago. And I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to see that happen. But as of right now, they are dropping the remaining inventory over the course of the March. So They put out an image. You had these foams, you had some slides, you had some, I'm sorry, 350s slides, some foam runners, I think 2 pairs of 500s. There's still a handful of SKUs that are known out there, but we'll see what happens with it. Definitely stay tuned for the next couple of weeks to see what goes on with Yeezys. But the 350s, the gray pair, drops on Friday. Then after that, on Saturday, we got the Olive 5's. Pretty cool pair. Again, this is a retro pair that I think a lot of old heads are into for sure. You know, 5's are definitely a niche model. You know, they're big in some areas and absolutely dead in others. Not a lot of young people I don't see wearing 5's, especially this olive colorway. It's kind of funky. It's one of my favorite colors, but I don't think I'm going to go for the shoe that loud in the 5. But there's a decent amount of pairs out there. There's currently 94,000 of these loaded up. I'll definitely keep an eye on that as the next couple of days go and see where that happens. But if you want a pair of these, it shouldn't be too hard to grab a hold of. SNKRS App, Saturday, 10 a.m. And just a quick note on these and the Foamposites. I've been seeing a little bit of a trend over the course of the past couple of months where at the last minute there's a big stock dump and numbers jump up a little bit. Particular hype pairs, we saw it with the Grinches, the reverse Grinches. We saw it with, what was the other one? I don't know, it's jumping my mind right now, but oh yeah, that black white Jordan 1 that went from like 250 to 400 and like overnight right before the release. So with the Foamposites, I'm going to keep my eye on it. Hopefully we'll see some more stock add up, but honestly, with it only being 10,000 right now, there's only so much that's going to happen. I'd say at the absolute most you'll see 15 or 20, and right now we're pretty close to the drop, so I'm not really holding my breath on anything else getting added, but I will keep my eye on it. Keep it tuned in here. Keep it checking in with me on Twitter and on Instagram. Twitter, it's at Uncle_Chrissy. Instagram, it's at Uncle.Chrissy. If I see updates, I'll definitely get them out there as fast as I can. Also, after that, we have the month of March coming up, which is starting to look decent. You know, the Olive 5's, we got those kicking off March, so I'm going to get the rundown show together here, to preview what we have going on in the month. But we're hearing there may be some Jumpman Jacks coming finally in March. That Awake NY, the Air Ship should be coming, the first pair in March. Who knows? Maybe it'll heat up a little bit and will give us a little bit more something to look forward to. But that's about it. That's all I got for today. So stay tuned in. Make sure you drop me a sub on here, like the video if you can. It really does help a lot. And check in with me on the rest of the socials. I'll do my best to get you all the information I can. And yeah, wrap it up. Peace.